Hello and welcome to Fucking Reality Queens. I'm Amelia.
And I'm Sarah.
And it's bullshit day.
Or maybe it's a day of recaps.
So grab whatever your vice is and let's get the show started.
It's Friday. It's the end of the week.
Friday!
Friday! Froyo Friday!
Oh my God. Here we go.
Back.
It's back.
It's back.
It's Frodo Friday.
Frodo Friday. Frodo Friday.
We're going to have a Hobbit moment.
TGIF. I am glad it's Friday. I'm always glad when the week starts, but I'm also always glad when it's over. Very much so.
Oh my. I'm ready for school to be over.
I tell you what, spring is awful when you have school-age kids. It's just fucking terrible. When you come back from spring break, it is hell. Those last 2 months are hell. Like, you're done. By the time spring break rolls around, you're already done. Everybody's done.
It's like pulling teeth to get the kids to want to do school. They're like, no,
nobody wants to go. Nobody wants to do it. The weather's getting better. We've been cooped up all winter. Honestly, I think that they should make spring break like the end of the school year.
Yeah.
They really should.
Pack it on and just like call the school year done early.
Call it done. Call it fucking done. I mean, what are they really teaching them nowadays anyway? Nothing.
Well, I mean, they're teaching them shit that they won't use in everyday life. I mean, they're teaching them stuff, but nothing of,
they're not retaining it. I mean, it's amazing to me how many people do not know basic fucking shit because they're not being taught it anymore. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, aside from elementary school, learning how to read, write, do math. I feel like that's all they really need. And then send them on their way.
One of my things is like, I hate the fact that they're not teaching them how to do cursive anymore in school. It's like, how the fuck is somebody supposed to do their signature? At least teach them how to sign their name.
Exactly. Well, because they don't want them to. You're going to get me started down this fucking road. It's all of the goddamn indoctrination. All they're doing is creating employees for the corporation. And that's exactly what they're moving towards. Because when you write your name in all capital letters, you are signing it as a corporation. And that is what they are moving towards. Because that's all you are anyway. It's all we are anyway. We're just slaves to the corporation.
There we go.
Pisses me off. Anyway.
Slaves. We're all slaves.
Slave to the man. We are. As soon as you get that birth certificate and that social security number, you are sold into the system. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about fun stuff before I get way too fucking sideways.
Recap.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I love the recaps. And I love this week. I actually felt like we had some good stuff this week on all of the shows. Like there was a little something on everything that made me go, oh,
there was good quality cringe factor on Vanderpump. We had like dams on the farm and them being off the farms, I should say.
Yep.
And then of course we had what else was it?
You, Me and My Ex.
Which that is a shit show all of its own. That is a shit show. So which shit show? Do we want a shit show, cringe, or yeet?
Let's start with Farmer Wants a Wife. Let's start there. We'll do You, Me, and My Ex, and then Vanderpump.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so glad that our boy Landon. I'm rooting for Oklahoma. I'm glad Landon came in at the end. My heart goes out to his family for their loss.
That's terrible. I mean, like he said, there's never a good time, but like that's really bad. That's like really bad timing when he's tied up with this show. So, he's got obligation to the show. Anyway,
I know he didn't come in till the end of the show, but I want to talk about him first. So, what are your thoughts and feelings about his next meetup? I mean, like.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's hard because I like the other girl a lot, but
I do too.
On the same hand, the other one is just cute as a button.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he's going to end up choosing Ashley. I think it's R. Let me make sure. Ashley L. Ashley L is the one that lives in Dallas. I think he's going to end up choosing her. I really do, because he seems to have an equal amount of admiration and connection with the two. So then you have to start getting down to the pros and cons. You have to start really getting down to the brass taxes of it. And with Ashley L being from, Ashley R being from Orlando and having a daughter who, I'm sorry, I was shocked at how old her daughter is. I assumed that her daughter was maybe 4 or 5. Yeah. You know, I didn't expect her to be that old. That threw me a little bit of a curveball.
But then again, she may not be that old because, hello, I had at little S Man's birthday party, there were some kids there that were like Jolly Green Giants. And you
but she's not 3 or 4. I mean, she's at least 7 or 8, at least 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Just looking at, her face and all
that.
How
old is she? How old is Ashley R?
I don't know. I meant to go back and look because I think she's, I don't remember. I want to say she was like 27, 28. So she probably started pretty young.
Probably had her as a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the other one is only what, 23?
She's pretty young.
22.
She's
I look
young.
at them and I'm just like kind of taken back because my daughter is 22 and I'm just like,
oh, when I realized that Sydney was only 22, I was floored.
Oh, I was too. She looks like maybe
she looks much older.
30,
her like station in life 30. Is much older. Yeah. Like I just thought she was much older.
She's an old soul.
I was actually watching the episode of her home visit with my husband. He was in the room and I said, she's 22. That girl is 22. Now go in there and look at your son who is turning 22. In 5 days.
You couldn't see them together because he looks like a toddler compared to her.
And his emotional maturity is a toddler compared to her. Like he is just not in the same place. He has the emotional maturity and intelligence of a 15 or 16-year-old kid. Now he's had the life experiences, street smart, life experiences of somebody much older than him. But his emotional maturity, his emotional intelligence, like just everything is that of a 15 or 16-year-old kid. And I wanted him to see it because I say that to him a lot of times. And I think he doesn't register what I'm saying, because it's a son. So of course he sees him, in a much different light.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes somebody, outside to point things out. So I think it did help a little bit going, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not all 22-year-olds are like this. Some of them are in a little different stage of life. So I think he's going to end up choosing the one from Dallas. I do.
Yeah.
I think when you take into account how close she lives, Dallas is just a few hours from Stillwater, Oklahoma. So they can make those trips back and forth easy enough. He's prepared to do it. He said, there'll be a lot of trips back and forth in the beginning. And then the one thing that one statement that he made that really made me go, yeah, I think this is the one, is he said, I feel like I'm the best version of myself with her.
Yes. Yeah. I caught that too. That was one of those mental notes that I took and I was like, ooh, okay. Yeah. I don't hear that with the other, but yep.
Now, my only concern with him choosing her family did have me a little put on pause when they were like, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you can live the farm life? Like, we just do not see you living the farm life. So I was a little surprised.
It may be one of those things that, like, for him, he feels like she's the right one. Mm-hmm. But obviously the family sees something that, that is not, Yeah. Sorry, I'm over here wiggling
like
around.
No, it's okay. They like him. They really seem to like him. I think that they would all get along very well. They, they didn't seem at all concerned about him. Their concern was about her. So
it was about her and where she's at.
Yeah. But, the dad did also say that she always does things that surprise him. So if, it wouldn't be out of character for her to just pick up and move to farm life. So
yeah,
that's good. And the fact that it is so close, she can have the best of both worlds. Stillwater is not that far from both Oklahoma City and Tulsa, the two big cities, and not that far from Dallas. So she can still get all of that city stuff that she wants.
That she needs. Yeah.
Yep. She can go do her shopping, go spend the weekend at mom and dad's.
Yep.
Go do all the city shopping and come back to it. So I'd be okay with this as much as I like the other Ashley.
Yeah. I've noticed that like distance actually plays a part in a lot of the relationships that are showing up.
Yep.
Just like, oh my goodness, who is it next? I'll talk about the other one once we get to him. So who? Okay, out of our farmers, who do you want to talk about?
All right, let's go ahead and talk about Alan and Rebecca, since we are kind of discussing distance, and that I think is going to end up playing.
That's exactly where I was going to go, because I think that is going to be a big sway for him.
Yeah, and we both feel like Rebecca is the right pick. I don't think that Kelsey is the right pick.
I don't
know how this is going to work out with the.
But I think like with Kelsey, I think what is going to end up be the one to make him pick her is the distance, like, and she's more a Southerner, and she's country girl in that sense, and her family just looks like they picked up off the farm. They may be farmers, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they very much are country. I know that.
Yeah, very much so.
Whereas, there's a huge difference between people that live down that way and people that live on the West Coast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
Like you can slap a cowboy. Yeah, you can slap a cowboy hat on any California person you want all day long. They're still gonna feel more like granola eaters.
Yeah, they're still West Coast. I mean,
they're still West Coast. What the?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, he's from Tennessee and she's from Wyoming. That would be not quite such a culture difference. Yeah. But California is its own thing.
It is its own way. There's a lot more bohemian. There's a lot more, surfs up. There's a lot more, So it just doesn't seem. And it's like anytime I see people in California wearing, cowboy hats, I always feel like going, are you somebody who transplanted from New Mexico or Arizona?
Right. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I don't go, oh, are you from Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Texas? Yeah. No, I'm like, are you,
Yeah. So. Well, now she could. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible for her to pick up and move. The line of work that she's in.
Yeah.
She'd probably do very well, actually, in Tennessee. She's close to Kentucky, and I don't know a lot about, I don't know anything. I can't say I don't know a lot. I don't know anything about the type of horse training and stuff that she does. But with the Kentucky Derby and, all of the horse shit that goes along with Kentucky, Tennessee's pretty close to that.
The horse shit.
Horse shit. I think that, it wouldn't be entirely out of the question for her to do it, but she does really love her friends and family. So I don't know. That one's got a big question mark. I don't think
we didn't meet family. It was just basically friends that are family. Like none of those people were related to her.
Right. Yeah. What was that about? Where is her family? Has she said?
I'm thinking that like maybe her parents are deceased. I don't know. I can't keep them.
That was my first thought too. Are they gone? Like,
yeah, I can't keep in check whose parents are gone and whose isn't, because there are several of them on there that had lost a parent.
Right.
So,
right.
It's like, okay, who's what?
Yeah, which one is which? Are you one of those?
Yeah. Are you one of thems?
One of them girls?
Ewans? Sorry.
Right, so what about Hunter and Megan? I mean, he said he's fallen in love with her.
I know. I'm like, why are we even bothering with the other girl? Like, first off, I didn't realize she was Hunter. Both girls are young. Are young girls. The other one, I'm kind of like, even she was kind of stopping and thinking, "Oh, damn,
I
I
was
don't know
actually
if I'm
surprised she
ready to
didn't
give
cut it
up."
off. Yeah, I was surprised she
Yeah.
didn't cut it off right there, like the other one ends up doing. I fully expected her to, because she is very young in her career, and he is considerably older than her. He is at the point where he's ready to start having kids, and she's not, nor
Yeah,
should
and
she be, you know?
yeah. Yeah, and she even voiced that. I don't think, and what's shocking to me is, like, she looked surprised when her mom brought it up.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think about." Dude, you're on a show. Farmer wants a wife.
This isn't The Bachelor.
This is not a girlfriend. He
Nope.
wants a wife. And
Yeah.
typically when we have a wife situation, it's either you're both on the same page of we don't want children, or it's that, oh, we want kids, and,
Right.
when are we going to
Right.
start having them? But she looked like she just didn't even know if she really even wanted to have them, and if she does, when. And
at
I'm like,
22, she's got plenty of time to decide.
yeah, and he is 31, and he's
31.
ready to start that family. So with Megan too is 22, but
Is she only 22 also?
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know why I was thinking she was older, 26
No.
or something.
No, but she very much is an old soul, like they said.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so it's like I could see her actually having children within
Yeah.
the next year or so, and it not
Yeah.
be one of the things like, oh, she's too young to have kids.
No,
Because her
she's in a
maturity
different place.
level is,
Yeah.
her
She's definitely in a different
emotional
place.
state. Oh, they were just so damn cute. Them in their galoshes in the creek and
I know.
mooching. I was like, oh.
I tell you what, though,
I loved it.
when Bentley asked him if he was in love with her, do you love her? I hate that question on these shows. He cannot answer you. He cannot tell you. He cannot tell you that. It would ruin the
Why
show.
do they do that? I
Don't
know. Why
do
do
it.
they
Don't
do that?
Oh, it makes me crazy.
I do like his answer, though. Like, from the moment I saw her, I had big butterflies in my stomach, and every time I see her, I have butter. And
I actually wrote
it
it down because it was another one of those little phrases that were so cute. He said, "I had butterflies the size of pterodactyls." And
yes,
I love it.
Yes, and this is the thing. This is why I'm like, close the book, okay? Because there's too many things that he said. I'm like, boy, I'll come through the TV screen and smack you if you don't choose her.
Right.
Because first off, his face has been lighting up for this girl since he looked devastated when she was gone. He fucking damn near flung the reins and smacked one of the girls in the face damn near to go running, because they weren't they roping? I think they were roping cows.
I think so. Yeah.
And so it's like he tossed that
they were
thing.
Tagging, they were tagging the cows.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, just a minute. It's like he takes off running, like Laura Ingalls Wilder running through the fucking fields of hay and
he
wheat.
Is smitten with this girl. He is smitten with her. But I am a little concerned about her too, though, because this is another one that's like, she's from another place.
Yeah, but she's ready. I think she's ready. But she just needs the ability to go home when she needs to. Yeah. And he's okay with it, though.
Yeah, he is. Well, the only thing that concerned me, and it made me wonder, like, what conversations they may have had that we're not seeing, was when he said, this is farmer wants a wife, not farmer wants to sell his ranch and move away. Yeah. And that concerned me. Oh, gosh. I hope.
Well, that's because she said that now that she was home she realized how much she missed home.
Right.
And I think that just triggered maybe a fear in him.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she necessarily was saying, oh, I just can't leave home. I've got to move back home.
Right.
Because Lord knows I go home to visit and I'm always like, oh man, I really miss home.
Yeah. But you don't want to stay there forever.
No.
No. Well, speaking of getting home and things changing.
Wow.
Poor Ryan, right? Ryan.
What the fuck is he even doing on this show?
I know. Okay.
Sorry.
I want to back up to last week though, and this is going to be me being catty for once.
Go.
What
Do
the fuck was up with the other Sarah and her dialect once she got home? Why all of a sudden did she sound a little, dare I say, ghetto? I don't know. Like her entire voice and dialect changed when she got home.
That is one of the things. How many times have I bitched about people, certain people that I know within my life, that when they get around other people, it's like they all of a sudden flip the switch, and it's like, excuse me, when did you become that person? That person? When did you become that person that is from that region?
Yeah.
Or that area of town.
Right.
Because all of a sudden you're not talking like you normally do. You are now pronouncing words differently.
Completely differently. And it wasn't even like, okay, I could almost have a little bit of leeway or grace with her. Like if she was sitting at the table with her friends and they all talked that way and she kind of fell in line, with that, but it wasn't. They were on the basketball court.
Yeah. And her parents don't talk like that.
No, you didn't see it from anywhere. It just happened. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell, Sarah? What the actual fuck?
Yeah, that kind of annoyed me. I do like that. I'm sorry. I do not like the other girl, and I'm glad she bowed out.
The other Sarah with an H?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm glad she bowed. I didn't like her to begin with. I'm just like, her hair annoys me. Her fur coats annoy me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not a big fan of fur coats though. So that's just me.
It made me wonder, why did you go on this show? Obviously you went on this show just to get on TV because there was not a chance in hell any part of you was going to go meet a farmer and live the fucking farm life. Give me a break.
That's what I'm talking about. Between her and her fur coats and her outfits, none of her outfits were, except for those very blatant, like, I'm trying to play the role of a country girl. It's like, I hate that. I hate when you take somebody from a city like New York and it kind of reminds me of like some of those slapstick movies where they'll like stroll up and they'll be wearing the little snapped up shirt with the bolo tie,
the little bolo tie,
and the cowboy hat, and they're like, howdy partners, and everybody's looking at them while they're wearing their flannels and shit like that. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, sir?
Yeah. Yep.
And they're like, yeehaw, giddy up. And it's like, oh God. Yeah. So that's what she kind of reminded me of that. It's like, oh no, I will not go to any other regent and dress up differently than what I do. I have my own look, my own style, and I'll wear it no matter where I am, whether I'm West Coast, East Coast.
I remember when I moved
up north,
to
down
the first town I lived in the South. Okay. I remember being in a Walmart one day and this older gentleman came up to me and he said, you ain't from around these parts, are you? And I said, no, I'm not. Why? And he goes, because you have an outfit on. And I started laughing. I just looked at him and goes, no, really, nobody around here dresses and you have actual clothes on. Started laughing. I said, no, I'm not from here. I'm not from here. He's like, I can tell just by looking at it. And I wasn't dressed up, Amelia. It wasn't like I was dressed up. I just had on a top. I'm
sure most of the girls probably around there have like a tank top and like cut off jean shorts.
Yeah,
and
jean shorts and a t-shirt. Yep. They had actual shoes. Yes, flip-flops. Right. If they had shoes at all. Yeah. I had, I'm trying to think of what I was wearing that day. Oh,
I know you had to have had a pair of Chucks.
Actually, I was not wearing Chucks that day, believe it or not.
Oh, I'm shocked.
I know. Be shocked. They were a pair of little platform. They look like wedges, but they're actually like platform shoes. and like a baby doll style, but canvas, and they had a ribbon that laced up like around the leg a little bit, almost like a ballerina shoe. I had those on and a pair of pink shorts, just like chino shorts, and this black and pink tank top that's like, I call it the perfect neckline for everyone. It's that neckline that's like high at the neck, but then it's like open, or not open, but like almost A-line around your
breast,
shoulders and breast. And
breast,
I mean, it looks good on everyone. There's not a person alive that doesn't look good in that style shirt. One of those shirts. So I did actually have an outfit on, an actual outfit on. But I mean, I was just funny. Out running errands. That's how I dress. Anyway, back to our program. So, were you surprised about him wanting to track Haley down?
I was
a little surprised. I was too. I was curious what he was going to say about it.
I like that he was, this much I will say. I'm happy that he was discussing the whole regret before he had gotten the whole, well, I don't think I'm really suited for you and you suited for me, discussion with the other Sarah.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I'm glad to see that he was already feeling the like, ooh, maybe I fucked up before then, because had he not voiced that, I would have been like, dude, what the fuck ever. Don't just start.
Now that you're in Oklahoma, you're like, I mean, not Oklahoma. Yeah. Now that you're in New York, you're like, oh, she's close by. Let's see what she's just doing.
Pulling somebody out because it's convenient because they're nearby. No,
well,
don't do that.
I think he might really actually like her, because the whole reason he let her go was because she was like, you're too emotional. The emotions. And
he didn't want to deal with the emotions.
I don't think he wanted to deal with his own. I don't think he wanted to allow himself to have any. With any of these girls. So the fact that he has, she got to him a little bit. So curious to see how that's going to go. Is she going to show up back at the farm, or is she going to think about it and decide, nah, you let me go and you fucked up?
Yeah. That's what I want to know. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. All right, you, me, and my ex. Oh my goodness. Oh, poor Ellery.
Ellery. That's Elodie, mother.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Poor girl.
Okay, so first off, Elodie, even though we're going to call her Ellery. Ellery, she pisses me off with that whole, I'm sorry, the whole, I'm going. Now, I know you were kind of like, I don't blame her, but I don't either. I'm kind of like,
I don't blame her.
I would be, no, what she should be saying is, look, I just don't feel comfortable with you going. No, don't go inviting yourself on. I would be that way, and I would be okay with her being that way if it was his trip that was planned and he invited the ex to go. But this is the ex.
Well, here's the way I look at it.
He shouldn't even have been accepting the invitation, for one thing.
Right. He should not have accepted the invitation. And if he did, then it should have been, I would love to go. How much extra would it cost for me, since I'm going to have my own room, for me to bring Elodie? Because,
but I don't think it's really her place of saying, well, you don't have a choice. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Because the other girl can say, well, look, then you guys aren't doing any of the stuff with me, She shouldn't have to be forced. So that was my catch-22 on it. It's like, first off, he shouldn't have accepted, but and I could see her being that way, and I feel has the right to be that way of forcing herself into the trip if it was his trip that was planned. But I don't, it just the whole situation is not a good one.
It's not good. It's really not good.
What did you think about Rowan being there with the mom to meet?
All of it. None of it should happen.
None of it.
He is like,
he just needs to be with Rowan, because that's who
he really
actually I think
belongs with.
he really belongs with and loves.
Yep. I feel
You
sorry
could
for
tell
Elodie.
by the way they look at each other. Yeah, and I feel sorry for her.
Yep, I do. I feel sorry for her because, like, what is he doing with her? He hasn't said anything about Elodie that makes me feel like, okay, yeah, he's got this relationship with Rowan, but I see his love and admiration or whatever for Elodie, but I don't understand why they're even dating.
I don't either.
What are we not seeing? What are we missing in all of this? That whole luncheon was just cringe factor number 1 of the week. It really was.
Well, for that show, it's not cringe factor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Cringe factor number 1 of the week. Of the week.
Yeah, that's true. Of the week.
It aired on Monday.
That's true. That's true. Sorry, you're hearing me open my wrappers. I'm wanting some damn cookies. So everybody's got to listen to me. Rustle here.
Oh,
it's my 100-calorie snack pack.
Well,
so they're baked chocolate chip wafers.
Yummy.
Okay, go on.
I like chocolate chip wafers. That sounds good.
Well, while we discuss this, it makes me want to eat. It makes me want to eat.
Oh, God. Well, okay. Did he play professional ball?
He did. He played professional football.
Baseball.
I thought it was football.
I remember for sure it was baseball.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, whatever. Yeah, he played pro ball.
Pro ball. Yeah, he had. I was like, where the hell is he getting his money?
He played pro something.
Yeah. Yeah, pro ball player. Bless Elodie's heart. So the fact that they pretty much attacked her when she didn't drink. Some people just don't drink. You know?
Yeah.
They're like, is she pregnant? Is it this? Is it that? So then when she says that she's having surgery, she's getting her boobs done. And then V basically not attacks her, but she was really shitty to her. Everything she said was really shitty. Are you not happy with your girls? Well, you really got to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Like,
I don't know. She wasn't trying to screamed anymore. I don't like.
I'm not even going to try. Yeah. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to learn your name. I'm going to talk down to you about your boob job.
Well, and he did sit there and say, when it comes down to it, his mom's opinion is the most important thing.
Yep. Yeah. She knows all she has to do.
Is showing her weight right there.
Yep. 100%. 100% flinging her weight around. When Rowan said, we couldn't be more opposites. He usually likes blondes. Well, that may be true. However, I will say that a lot of men out there that they date blondes and marry brunettes. So Rowan, you might need to remember that. You're like, he likes blondes. Yeah, he likes to fuck around with blondes. He doesn't marry blondes. A lot of guys don't marry blondes. They marry the brunettes. So, let's see. What else about them? There was something else. I'm trying to look through my notes because there was something else that had happened. I think. I don't remember.
I remember mainly the lunch.
Yeah. That was pretty much all they had with them. I think it was the lunch. But it seems like there was something else Roman said that I wanted to highlight, but I can't find it, so it's not a big deal. All right. It'll talk
up later, and then you'll throw it out there.
It will. Chelsea, Kenzie, and Matt. This is another trio.
That is a mess. That is a mess. A mess.
I can't
Who's
believe
with who.
Right. I can't believe that Kenzie and Matt have been dating 4.5 years. That's a long.
Crazy.
That's crazy. And this is still going on with Chelsea. Like, why has Kenzie put up with it for this long? I don't understand that part of it. I'm sure this isn't something that just started happening later on. I'm sure it's always been this way. Why the fuck does she allow it?
What did you think of the family?
Her family was cracking me the fuck up.
Her mom and I need a drink.
I need a drink. I need a shot. She's not just a drink. She need a fucking shot. And she's like, I'll buy you a table if you put a ring on it. Really putting pressure on him.
I know.
Well, and okay. Now I know that we're filming a show here, so things have to happen a certain way. However, when they asked, "How do you know Chelsea?" Like, Chelsea, where do you fall in line here? He didn't necessarily have to say that she was his ex. He could have just said, "This is a good friend of mine. We've been friends for a very long time," as to not put that concern and doubt into his girlfriend's parents' minds. But he didn't. Yep. Oh no, he threw it right the fuck out there, like dropped the bomb and then walks away. He's one of those. Oh my gosh.
I hate the fact that he completely quickly ran out and bailed, leaving everybody standing there awkward. Like, who the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
And what is she doing here?
Yeah, exactly. What is she doing? And
why was she just sitting there blinking at everybody?
I don't know.
I'm one of those people who like, hey, sorry, since blah 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 so rude and didn't introduce, I'd like to introduce myself. That's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm like real quick.
I probably would have done the same. And I probably would have been, if there was truly nothing going on between me and Matt, I would be doing and saying things to try and ease the family's mind. Like, as soon as I saw that they were uncomfortable with it, I would be saying and doing things that were like, reassuring them that there is nothing going on between us. We are good friends, but that we had our chance. We tried. It did not work out. We are better off as friends. We will always be better off as friends. And I love Kenzie.
Yeah.
I would be saying that. Like, I am so grateful to her for opening her home to me. Like, so many things she could have done.
Well, I don't know. There's some fishy ass shit with that whole trio. Like him, I don't know. I just don't like him. Like when they filled up that pool and they're sitting out in it. And he starts complimenting his ex's breast.
Yes.
And then complaining that she got him after.
Yeah. Got him after. Yep.
I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have gotten up and picked up the chair and moved it out of the pool. I would have fucking Jerry Springered it, and I would have fucking knocked him upside his head with it. That's what I would have done.
And then when she sat down in between them, when she nestled herself in between Chelsea and Matt, he called her high maintenance. He said she's high maintenance because she wanted to sit in between them. I don't know why she... I don't understand it. Why are you still with him? Why are you putting up with this shit? Why have you put up with this shit for so long? And he's who's going to oil me up?
This whole show is a shit show.
It is. It is a complete shit
love it.
show. Yeah, I'm here for it. It's a good kind of shit show. It's the good kind of shit show that we love. Oh my gosh. And when Kenzie finally got annoyed and left the pool, Chelsea looked very accomplished. Like, she was proud of herself for pushing her out.
Oh, she's definitely gonna try to wedge
Yep.
herself in there. Period.
And I don't, blame Kenzie for being annoyed when they sit around and talk about their relationship in the past. She doesn't need to hear that shit. She doesn't want to hear about all the great times you guys had together.
Yeah.
Nobody
does.
Nobody does. Nobody does. Oh, Kenzie, run. You're another one that needs to get the fuck out and let Chelsea and Matt have one another. They belong together. They belong together, and you can do much better, girl. You can do much better. Okay, Steve, Alex, and Caroline. This whole episode with them actually had me cracking up.
I have never laughed so much at the bullshit that goes on with that whole fucking goat rodeo going on over there.
It is.
First off, I want to know who's fucking who, because
Yep.
And she seems to be courting people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, this is my fan club.
Yeah, I had forgotten just how what's the word? I don't know what the word is.
Superficial?
Her mother is. Her mother.
Oh, her mother. Yeah.
Like, she as soon as she was putting that stuff out on the plate, I thought, oh girl, uh-oh. And then she said something about her mom probably gonna have something to say about it, her little charcuterie board. And of course her mom comes in immediately and starts tearing it apart, which Okay, it did unnerve me a little bit that she just stuck the stuff on in the plastic on the tray.
Yeah, on the tray. Yeah, I was kind of like, okay, we do kind of need, even if it's just a damn paper towel.
You're right.
Something.
But her mom could have also approached it in a much nicer way, like, "Oh, honey, why? Did you do
Are
like
you
this
out
for a
of
reason?"
doilies?
Yeah, right.
I could have brought you some.
Yeah, or would you like for me to help you finish putting this tray together? It looks like you're not done.
Help you?
Would you like for me to help you? Yeah. Her mother, bless her mother. Her mother is, she's something. She
I
is
hope
something.
everybody's not hearing me chew over here because I'm like really loud in my own head. I'm like trying to quietly crunch these cookie wafers, and I'm like crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh God!
I have to take some medicine, so I need to eat a little something. It's so late that I'm like, okay, I need to take pills, so I've got to
get something in your tummy. I get it. The few times that Alex's sister has been on, she makes me laugh. She is funny. She is a funny girl. I like her, and it's very obvious they're siblings. They look alike to me.
She's a little dry though.
She is dry. She is, but she's funny to me.
Dry humor, like I don't know. It kind of reminds me of some of those like TV shows where you always have that one person that stands there and just makes dry ass statements and like just stares at everybody like, why are you not fucking getting it, you dumbasses?
Right. I think that's what I like about her.
Very, very intellectual. I can't even say the word.
Intellectual.
I'm not even going to try it. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I've got too much damn cookie floating around in my mouth. I can't speak.
It's funny. Yeah, I love how they just kind of snuck in, dropped the babies, and left. Now, are those their babies?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at how light those babies are, and neither one of the parents are that light. I'm like, these are some very light babies.
It could be their babies, but I mean, the A could have adopted.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Are they their babies?
Could have been different daddy.
Now, I wondered about that. If he's raising kids that don't belong to him, because they look like mixed babies more than Jason and Jessica's biological babies. They're cute. They're so cute.
I know.
Well, and the fact that they're fraternal twins made me wonder if they had to get a donor,
that's another
on one side or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, that may be a potential on that one.
Caroline's another one of these women that has somehow made it to their 30s and never changed a diaper. That blows my fucking mind.
I don't understand that shit.
I don't either. But hey, you know what? At least she had changed one before the babies were born. My sister-in-law had not changed a diaper until after her baby was born. That was the first diaper she had ever changed. And she didn't even change the first.
Your little niece is so stinking cute.
I've been
seeing adorable. The videos.
Oh my God, she is so cute.
Sorry, you had to mention her. So.
Oh my God, we are obsessed with this baby. All the women in my family are obsessed with this baby. She is such a good baby. I mean, she is an easy baby. Easy baby. And she's just so sweet. Oh my God, I get her in the morning actually. My sister-in-law is going to get her hair done. And so she's bringing her over. Mm-hmm.
Really? What time?
Yep. She'll be here about 10:30.
Might have to come get a little baby snuggles.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, you'll want her snuggles. Like she's everything. She is absolutely everything. I'm in love with this baby. I'm in love with her. And so they did really good. That was kind of my whole point to the whole thing. The fact that she's had zero experience with children, and her mom's like, her maternal instincts will kick in. And I thought, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But I think they're going to. I think they're going to do just fine. And I actually think Alex will be a really good dad. He's like, I'm not changing the diapers, but I think he will. I think he will be a lot more hands-on than even he's expecting,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Do we know what they're having?
No, I don't think we do.
I don't think we do.
Or
Did you know that Meghan Trainor's having another baby?
No, I didn't.
I just happened, I never watched TikTok, but my husband had sent me a TikTok, and then the very next one that came up was Meghan Trainor and her husband. Okay, did you know that she's married to Junie from Spy Kids?
Oh,
Yeah, that's her husband. Junie from Spy Kids is her husband.
That's crazy.
That blew my fucking mind. But anyway, they were on the Kelly Clarkson show, and they did the gender reveal that they're having a boy. They have a boy already, and they're having another little boy. Anyway, I was just like, oh my God, I had no idea. I had no idea that she was married to Junie. So cute.
Oh, goodness. So we are like, you and I are so rambling off page, and we're already 45 minutes in, and we haven't even gotten to Vanderpump.
I know. I was about to say, I think that's it actually for, you mean My Ex. Let's move on. Let's move on to Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy shit.
The cringe factor from the get-go.
Through the fucking roof.
Stand Rachel.
This girl, oh my God. Every episode, I think she has got some big ass balls, and not like the good kind of balls, but like the who the fuck do you think you are kind of balls.
I think she's crazy. She's crazy. Some of the shit she was doing was like batshit crazy. Like when they all went over to Sir for sandwiches and everything, and she decides to sit down and have that talk with Katie.
I know. Well,
and then to be like rude to Katie's mom.
The whole thing.
And then, of course, Tom comes bouncing in to save the Rachel day. Did you notice the necklace? Well, okay. Well,
yeah. Let's go back to the beginning of the episode. Let's not go to the end of the episode. Let's start back at the beginning.
Yeah. When they go shopping, and she all of a sudden buys that necklace, and the necklace is going on. I noticed the lightning bolt.
Yeah, that was when she bought it. That was when the lightning bolt necklace was purchased. We caught it on film.
Tom already had one.
Right, yeah. That's why she bought it.
Yeah.
Was to be like him. Oh, God. Let me regather my thoughts here. Because we went to the end, and now I've got to back up in my mind of everything that's happened.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I just was so irritated over the fucking discussion with Katie that it just...
There's a lot to unpack with that whole thing. And, that from beginning to end, the whole time at Sir was just... There's a lot. Anyway, there's a lot. All right, let's back up a little bit. I wanted to go back to Ariana and Tom's discussion about their relationship. Early on in the episode, those two sat down and they were talking about their relationship and kind of the state of where it's at. And he was saying, that he wants things to go back to the way that they were, and this, that, and the other. But yet, everything he was saying, she had a rebuttal to, but he was taking it as if she was not agreeing with him, but she was agreeing. Like they were actually saying the same things. He just did not want for 1 second to allow her to feel the same way that he did, because it wouldn't fit his agenda. It wouldn't fit this way that he's trying to move through this.
Yeah. He's trying to paint a picture of there being a discontent and falling apart and distance and this and that, and he's trying to lay a foundation for his infidelity.
Yeah, exactly. And
to excuse
it. That's exactly it. And trying to like you said, paint a picture that she's something that she's not, or feeling ways that she's not, or doing things that I don't believe that she's doing. Like when she was saying, they were talking about sex. He was saying, I need sex more than 3 times a year. And she was saying, but I need intimacy with you. I need time with you. I need you to be around. And he's basically telling her the same thing. Like, we don't spend time together. We don't do this. We don't do that. Well, she's sitting here telling you that she wants to spend time with you, but yet you're not having it. He's made this fucking statement about, I don't remember the last time that she's gone and bought laundry soap or toilet paper, any of those things. But this is the same man that has made it known to everybody that follows these people. They have a house manager that does all that. They have a house manager that keeps their house stocked. Why the fuck would she?
Yeah.
And so now you're trying to make it sound like she's not invested in your home, that she's not connected to the relationship. Like, dude, you don't do it either. You know, it's not like you're going and doing it. Your fucking house manager does. Quit trying to throw her under the bus over shit that isn't true. And then her sitting there saying, I want to spend, quality time with you. Let's take a walk. Let's do an activity. That was the one that got me, because she said, let's take a walk. Let's do an activity. Let's, a few other things. And he's like, that's your definition of quality time. And she's like, no, Tom, that is the definition of quality time.
Of quality time. I know.
And it is. I want to know what she was saying is the definition of quality time.
Mm-hmm.
So then you turn around and they ask him in the confessionals, Tom, what's your idea of quality time? And this motherfucker goes and pops off doing mushrooms, watching the sunrise, and I don't know, hang gliding. I need stimuli. Isn't that exactly what your girl just said? Do an activity together?
Yeah, but it was the fact that she didn't state the exact activity that he wanted her to. Mm-hmm. So he's going to play it off like,
yeah.
And I think some of the things that he says and his rebuttals and his thing is for him to, again, not just like publicly justify, but he's like justifying in his head for whatever he's already done or 100%. Plan on doing. It's 100%. that laying that foundation to excuse fucking bad behavior.
Yep. And every single conversation that he and Schwartz have, like starting with the one that I questioned several episodes back, when they were at the, oh my God, food truck. And I was questioning whether or not that was like planned, if that whole conversation was planned. Every single conversation they have had subsequently sounds like it was scripted by Tom Sandoval. Here, I'm going to say this. You say this. I'm going to say this. I mean, you're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling a fucking soul. Not one fucking soul. Oh my gosh. That whole conversation between them and when they were sitting on the couch was like cringe factor number 12 of this episode, but it was a big one. Like that whole exchange was a big one to me. So we go from there to the event, to Katie and Ariana's something about her event. Everybody showed up really supportive of them. And I thought that was so sweet. Like, very, very, very sweet. I was cracking up though when LVP got introduced to Allie finally, and she was really like giving her the what for as to how to deal with James. Do you remember
Repeat that? No, I don't. I don't remember it. I'm like sitting there trying to research some of the stuff that like I'm trying to pull up because I had wrote a few little things down in the memos in my phone and I can't find where I put it. I'm sorry. It's like,
that's okay. When they first got to the something about her event, when everybody started showing up, Lisa Vanderpump finally got to meet Allie. James finally was able to introduce her to Allie. And the conversation between her and Allie, she was really like telling Allie, you've got to stand up to this man. You've got, giving her whole lowdown.
Did you also like notice how Allie was all like, no, I'm really okay with, and it's like, no.
I think she may have felt like Lisa was getting on to her a little bit or something, because the delivery of it, which was, I don't think Lisa's intent at all.
No.
At all. I think she was more trying to like, I'm going to give you some hints as to how to make this relationship work
with him.
Yeah.
And I think it was irritating Allie. Yeah, that's what she sounded like. She sounded irritated.
She sounded very irritated, and she doesn't know Lisa, so she doesn't. understand, her personality or the relationship that she has with James. She doesn't know. She doesn't understand it, which I don't blame her. I mean, I probably would have felt a little attacked too had I been her.
Yeah.
In that situation. Now, I will say the probably only thing that Rachel has said in any episodes of late that I can agree with was James sees Allie as his wife, his future wife, and Allie sees James as her current boyfriend.
I agree. I think she nailed it on that one.
She did. She
because
really
that's
did.
what I'm always thinking. I'm always like, he's got a lot more into this than she does.
Yeah. He is way more into her than she is into him. And I mean,
I think she's having fun, and I think she likes him, but I don't think that girl's like in love. Like, I want to stay with you. I think he brings too much drama. And from what I can tell, from like, especially from her getting up and leaving rooms and tables when he starts his shit, that is just not her cup of tea at all.
No, none of this drama is her at all. His drama
and
is not
that may play into some of her responses to Lisa. Yeah. It's just like she's probably already thinking in her head, oh my God, so this is going to be some drama thing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. Something that's going to turn into drama.
Yeah. But she doesn't understand it's not. So, yeah.
Oh, God. All right. They move from there over to Sir. Now we can talk about Sir.
Okay, yes. Let's talk about Sir. Because that whole fucking thing and goddamn Tom cowering behind the bushes and the trees not fucking coming and dealing with that shit. He should have stepped in. First off, I don't even know what possessed Raquel, Rachel, whatever we want to call her, the wicked bitch of the West.
Right.
I don't know what made her think this was, first off, the appropriate time or place for this.
We can start there. Yep.
We can start there. Second off, that it's her place to even insert herself into any of this. And, I'm not a super huge Katie fan either, because she kind of annoys me a little bit, but I will side with her in this, when she was sitting there going, this is my husband. I mean, they're not even divorced yet.
Right. They're not divorced yet. Anything can happen.
My husband, and this is not your business. You need to stay out of it.
You need to back the fuck up.
But I think Rachel looked like drunk too, though.
Yeah, well, we definitely know if she gets any alcohol in her, she gets balls the size of fucking Dallas and made of steel. This is not the first or the second time that she has confronted Katie about shit.
No, and then she goes in inserting herself outside too when they tried to go out and have the conversation. Katie was like raging red, mad.
I don't blame her.
And, was just wanting to remove herself from this situation, because I'm like, Raquel was just sitting there, peck,
just kept going and kept going.
She reminded me of one of my fucking hens out in the coop.
Yep.
I was just like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. I literally was sitting there saying, shut the fuck up to my TV.
Well, and her saying like, I don't think that you should be trying to keep the dogs from Tom. What the fuck place is it of yours? What is your concern? What the fuck they do with their dogs? Like, who the fuck do you think you are?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh
seriously,
my God,
who the fuck do you think you are? I was so proud. Like, one of my favorite phrases, I say it all the time to people, is just walk away. Just walk away. I've even said it to Samuel. Samuel, just walk away. Like when he's getting out of control. I just walk away. Just walk away. It doesn't matter who it is. Just walk away. And so when she was telling Raquel, just walk away, I was like, yes, I love that phrase. I love that, because to me, it just, I don't know. There's just something about it that it just shuts people down. It just shuts them down.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an asshole. You don't have to, use profanity or whatever. You're like, it just really says, I'm done with you. And if you don't get the fuck out of my face, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. So for your own safety, walk away.
Oh yeah. And some people don't, and they really should.
And they really, really should. I'm really surprised that no one has kicked this girl's ass, honestly. Like,
well, I
that
think
it hasn't escalated
hadn't
to
she
that.
been hiding out at like some retreat so nobody can get to her to kick her ass?
She's been there for weeks.
Is she still there?
She's
That's
still
what I
there.
want to know. Is she?
She's still there. Yeah, she is still there. She is still there. Yeah.
Is Tom coming for conjugal visits?
No. Okay, so they both had reservations to go there. And then he backed out, but she's gone and she's still there. Yeah. As of this week. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She is. She's hiding. And I don't blame her. For her own safety, she probably needs to.
You need to, because I think you're going to get your ass lynched.
Yep. And so if the conversation with Katie wasn't bad enough, her whole conversation with Ariana, I'm just like, oh
my God.
My God. Oh my God. Oh my, knowing what you're doing. Like, she was totally trying to take Ariana's temperature. She was really trying to kind of figure out where
to see where she's at and to find out, okay, are they going to be working on this or are they not? And also, like, little statements that she made and said was kind of like she was trying to push Ariana away.
Yep.
The whole thing, I was just like, my mouth was hitting the floor the whole time watching it. Like, are you for real fucking saying all this?
She was
fishing.
These
little fishing things.
Trying to come across like she's her friend, but yet, like you said, putting the little comments in
doubts.
there. Like, yes, the doubts. And, it took me 2 years to break up with James, but I finally did it. That kind of, that kind of shit. Like, if you're not happy in the relationship, then you should just go ahead and get out of it. And then the whole, you should want to have sex with your partner. And Ariana's going, no, it's not that I don't want to. It's that I want to have intimacy with him. And she's like, well, you did have intimacy at some point in the beginning, though, obviously, right? Well, of course, you dumb fuck. I mean, my God. Oh my God. And then I had to go back and listen to it because I thought she actually slipped up, but she did say the words, all of the words that needed to be said. But they were talking about going through dry spells. And it sounded like she said, Sandoval, even when Sandoval and I go through dry spells. But what she said was, and I thought it was a Freudian slip. I was like, damn. Damn. Did she really just say that? But what she actually said was, when you've told me about you guys going through dry spells, but you didn't hear all that. Like, you had to really listen.
No.
It really sounded like she said, when Sandoval and I go through dry spells, I'm like, oh, holy fuck.
How long I know I've asked this, but again, how long did this affair go on?
7 months. It had been going on 7 months at the point where it was found out about. Yeah. It had been going on for a while. It was going on through all of this, through the glamping, through from the wedding on, they had been an item. The day, the beach day. Okay. So the beach day is the night that she spent the night over there.
Yes, and then all of that whole shit and getting busted.
There's so much, like, I've heard, I listen to all the podcasts, I watch all the stuff, and there's several things that people have talked about what's the word I'm looking for? His discrepancy. Sorry. Tom will say this and then he'll say that, and you got this discrepancy and that discrepancy. But one that nobody has picked up on, and I want to throw it out there because I caught it, nobody else has, that I've heard yet, is about the dogs, because that was one of the things that Tom tried to say. Like, we were all there. Everybody's Schwartz stayed, Raquel stayed, everybody stayed. The dogs were there. But then Schwartz says, no, I didn't spend the night. I had to go home. I had the dogs.
I know there were so many fuck ups in the whole discussion. There were so many fuck ups with, like, She slept down on the couch. Oh, she slept up in the room. It's like, where did she sleep?
Yeah. He
you
made the
get
Freudian
this
slip
straight.
to James too. She slept in my room. I mean, in the guest room. Like, dude, you're not that good of a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not that good of a liar. You need to just stop talking. Like, just stop talking.
Exactly.
That whole episode was just, I can't believe this girl. I really cannot believe this girl. Tom, he's a man. He's a man that has been a known cheater. He's a narcissist. He's full of himself. He's all of those things. Like, everything that comes from him is not surprising, but everything that comes from her shocks the shit out of me. I did not see
Where
this.
are they exactly? I've never really. They're in California. Where?
They're in LA.
They are in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I go visit my brother, I want to go to the sandwich shop because it's got to be open now.
It's not open. It's still not open.
It's still not open.
Nope. It's still not open.
Damn.
I think there was something that happened with the lease or the building. I have to go back and re-listen, but yeah, it's still not open. Tom is.
If it's open by the time I get there.
Schwartz and Sandy's is open. Tom's open. Sarah is open. Pump is about to be closed.
Why are they closing Pump?
Building issue. It's another building issue.
Yeah.
There was I can't remember exactly what happened with that one. I just heard it too.
Well,
something with the lease.
When I go visit him, I might have to just hit each one of the places.
Definitely. I would love to go. That honestly is probably the only reason I would ever go to California, just to go take a VPR tour.
As crazy as it is, I've got too much family in California. I have a lot of family in California, like a lot. It's crazy.
I have
because I have my dad's side of the family. There's a chunk of them there.
Are there?
So I've got an aunt. I've got 2 cousins up
there.
Yeah.
Well, you should.
And then of course now I've got my brother.
Yep.
And my sister-in-law, and then of course my sister-in-law's family. I've adopted them, and they've adopted me. So there's all that family.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I have a ton of family up there.
Yeah.
Over there.
I have
down wherever direction you want to go.
California runs, a big part of the United States, so it's both. It's both. Just depending on what part of California you're going to.
Well, and then my stepdaughter, because she'll always be my stepdaughter. She still lives there.
She still lives there. Yeah. I forgot that's where she I had forgotten that's where she ended up.
Yeah. Well, we still talk. She still calls me mom.
I love that.
So
I love that. Well, that's happening more and more. That whole scenario with exes having children and the one who's been around the bulk of their life, whether it's a dad or the mom on either side, continuing on that relationship. I have my daughter's one of her surrogate moms, their daughter is still involved with her ex-husband's daughter.
Yeah.
Like heavily involved to the point that she's about to get remarried and the new fiance asked for her ex-stepdaughter's permission to ask for her, hand in marriage. Like he wanted to make sure that she was going to be okay with it before he asked her. Yeah. And, a lot of people wouldn't be okay with that. They'd be like, that's your ex's child. You're not together anymore. You need to cut that relationship. But it's becoming more and more popular. And I think it's great.
We need to do a discussion about that.
Yeah, we do. Let's do that.
Let's talk about that one. That's on the agenda. But anyway, Vanderpumps.
Yep. Well, I think
are we Vander done?
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done. Now we can get off here and start cussing about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Whore.
She really is. Honestly, like I said, I don't know how she walks with the size of her fucking balls. She has got some big fucking balls. And the fact that she's come at Katie not once, not twice. This is the 3rd time that we've seen. And God only knows what it wasn't filmed, that she's had to deal with this bitch.
Yeah.
She needs to back the fuck off. I think she's taking out her aggression, honestly. I think she's taking out her aggression of being like pissed off that Sandoval is still with Ariana. I think she's taking it out on Katie. I think it's transference. And she is like getting rid of all of her
projecting.
Anger. Yes, projecting. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Good Lord. Well, speaking of projecting, I'm going to project my ass over onto my bed because as you noticed a minute ago in the video, all of a sudden you saw my boobs and not my face, but that's because I had to freaking stand up. So, because I'm hurting. I was sitting at my desk like for a good hour and a half before we even got on to do this because I was filling out some paperwork for my passport.
Yep.
And stuff like that, and getting things adjusted on my calendar. I have a hair appointment on Monday.
How exciting!
Yeah,
that's fun.
It's my beautiful cousin is going to be doing my hair. So
I love it.
She specializes in blondes. So
that's good. I tell you what, the girl that does my sister-in-law's, she seems to do a really good job too. If you ever can't get your cousin to and you need another girl, let me know. Because she does good.
Yeah. I will. All right.
Well, let's wrap it up. I need to go make some food. I'm hungry.
Well, you go make food and eat, and I'm going to try to find my legs because I can't feel the bitches no more. So
I understand
my ass at all. By the way, really quick.
Oh yeah,
I did get a pair of those booty underwears.
Oh my gosh! Well, we got to do it. We got to do the whole thing.
I have to order like 2 more different types, styles, and pairs. Yeah, I could do my comparison. And
then I love it. I love it. Yes, I can't wait.
All right,
I cannot wait.
On that note, we will talk to you all this next week.
Yep. Guys, have a good weekend.
More bullshit and recaps.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
All right, Sarah, ramble that shit.
All right, here we go. We are now available on Patreon. For less than a cup of coffee a month, you can get bonus episodes, extended episodes, and join in on future fun events. You can follow us on all social media. We are FUKING Reality Queens on Facebook because, well, fuck Facebook. We are available on Twitter at FRQ_Amelia Sarah. We are Fucking Reality Queens on TikTok and Snapchat. You can visit us on our website at www.fuckingrealityqueens.com. You can also send us an email at podcast@fuckingrealityqueens.com. Please leave us a comment or question on our Contact Us page. We absolutely love receiving those. And also leave us a 5-star rating, rate, follow, review, wherever you get your podcasts. And as always, Fucking Reality Queens is a Whaley production.
Wow.